Hey, English learners, welcome back to English You Hear Every Day, your comfortable place to improve English through natural, everyday conversations. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Adam.
And Adam has been in a suspiciously good mood for the last 10 minutes.
A very impressive 10 minutes, thank you.
Honestly, you have that face people get when life suddenly starts being kind to them.
That's because life has been kind to me today.
Really? What happened? Did you become rich overnight?
Even better.
That is a dangerous level of confidence. Go on.
I had hot tea, the weather was perfect, my favorite song started playing at the right moment, and nobody invited me to a meeting.
So your happiness is surprisingly inexpensive.
The best kind.
And honestly, that's the perfect way to begin today's episode.
Because today we're asking a simple question that is not simple at all.
Exactly. What really makes you happy?
The moment someone asks that, it suddenly feels like an exam.
Yes, because now you think you need a deep answer. Something wise, something meaningful.
When in reality, sometimes happiness is tea. Sunshine, hearing from someone you love, or laughing at something silly when you were in a bad mood.
And sometimes it's hard to answer because we spend so much time chasing big things.
That we forget the small things that actually make life feel good.
Success, money, attention, looking productive, looking impressive.
And then one quiet moment arrives, and somehow it feels more real than all of that.
So today, we're exploring what truly makes people happy. Not fake happy. Not social media happy.
Not, I should be grateful, so I'll say I'm happy.
Very important category.
Extremely important.
We'll talk about why people chase the wrong things, why relationships matter, why small moments are powerful, and why real happiness is often much quieter than people imagine. Less fireworks, more warmth.
Nice line.
Thank you.
And as always, we'll keep the English clear, natural, and easy to follow.
This is a B2 level episode, so you'll hear richer vocabulary and natural expressions. But relax, you do not need to understand every word. Just enjoy the conversation and let your English grow naturally.
And later, we'll review useful vocabulary from today's topic.
So stay with us. And if you enjoy learning English this way, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the English You Hear Everyday family.
And tell us in the comments, what is one small thing that genuinely makes you happy?
Tea absolutely counts.
It definitely does.
So Adam, why does the question, what makes you happy, feel so big?
Because happiness can mean many different things.
Exactly. Sometimes happiness means excitement.
Sometimes comfort.
Sometimes peace.
Sometimes feeling loved.
Sometimes simply feeling calm after stress.
People often imagine happiness as one dramatic emotion.
Like it arrives with fireworks and music.
Very expensive fireworks.
But real happiness is layered. Sometimes it's just feeling steady inside.
And that's where people get confused. They say, I want to be happy.
But maybe what they really mean is, I want to feel safe. I want to feel loved. I want to feel less stressed.
Exactly.
Why people chase the wrong things. So why do people spend years chasing things that don't satisfy them?
Because some things look like happiness from a distance.
Money, praise, popularity, status.
And none of those things are bad.
But people often expect too much from them.
Yes, the classic sentence, I'll be happy when.
Dangerous sentence.
Very dangerous.
Because then happiness always lives in the future.
And even when success comes, it may not fix everything.
What's interesting is that when people describe their best memories, they usually talk about people.
A friend who checked on them.
Someone who stayed.
A conversation where they felt understood.
That matters because success can impress people.
But relationships hold people.
Beautifully said.
The power of small moments. And then there are the tiny moments.
The first sip of tea.
A peaceful walk.
A joke you didn't expect.
Someone remembering a detail about you.
These moments usually don't ask for much.
They ask for attention.
That's why people miss them. Life is noisy. The mind is busy.
And we rush past the things that could soften us.
Then comparison enters the room.
The rude guest.
Very rude.
Because suddenly your decent life feels smaller.
Not because it changed.
Because you measured it against someone else's highlight reel.
The grass always looks greener far away.
Distance hides reality.
What's interesting is that when people describe their best memories, they usually talk about people.
A friend who checked on them.
Someone who stayed.
A conversation where they felt understood.
That matters because success can impress people.
But relationships hold people.
Beautifully said.
And then there are the tiny moments.
The first sip of tea.
A peaceful walk.
A joke you didn't expect.
Someone remembering a detail about you.
These moments usually don't ask for much.
They ask for attention.
That's why people miss them. Life is noisy. The mind is busy.
And we rush past the things that could soften us.
Then comparison enters the room.
The rude guest.
Very rude.
Because suddenly your decent life feels smaller.
Not because it changed.
Because you measured it against someone else's highlight reel.
The grass always looks greener far away.
Distance hides reality.
Pleasure matters.
Snacks matter.
Strongly agree.
A holiday matters. Compliments matter.
But pleasure is not always deep happiness.
Some things brighten a moment.
Other things nourish a life.
Connection, meaning, rest, honesty, inner peace.
Maybe real happiness doesn't always look exciting.
Maybe sometimes it looks like sleeping well.
Laughing more easily.
Not checking your phone with dread.
Feeling comfortable in silence with someone.
Coming home to yourself a little.
Because when people imagine happiness, they imagine intensity.
But often, happiness is serenity.
A calm life that no longer needs to shout.
Which is why I love the saying.
Happiness is homemade.
Happiness is homemade.
Built through small habits.
Good people.
Gentle routines.
And noticing what truly matters.
Less fireworks.
More warmth.
Take care of your English family.
And take care of your heart.
I'm Sara.
And I'm Adam.
And you've been listening to English You Hear Every Day. Bye.
Bye.